Hey guys, welcome back, and this time it's going to be part 2 for my rare out-of-print DVDs, and yeah, this is going to be the second part, and there's possibly going to be more parts in the future. This is all I have right now, all the ones I'm showing you, the ones I showed you in the last video, and the ones I'm showing you in this video. These are all the ones that are rare and out-of-print. I usually go look for her really rare ones here and there, so I'm pretty sure that pretty soon there'll be a part 3. Don't know when, it depends, but yeah, so let's get going. First up is animated comedy, like adult film, and that's Fritz the Cat, the first one. That is a really great movie, very funny, very good, like ballsy, crude humor, and it's like the first adult animated movie there ever was, and yeah, it's just really crazy, very funny about like a cat who goes around, parties, has sex with everybody, and everything. It's pretty funny. 1972, and this one was banned years ago over here in America, and then it was unbanned years later, something like that, as far as I know. But yeah, it's a pretty good one, pretty funny. Not for the kids though, but very good. It's based off the comic strip too. It used to be like a comic strip in the newspaper or something, as far as I remember. Next up is a double feature that's really rare to find now. Police Story 1 and 2, Jackie Chan. This is put up by Shout Factory Company, and they make some great DVDs. And it's two of them on one disc. They did the same thing with the Blu-ray, but unfortunately the Blu-ray version of this is out of print. I do have the Blu-ray versions, but the Blu-ray versions are over there. You can still get those in print, that's why I'm not showing them, but the Blu-rays are out of print. That's why I didn't care to buy them. I bought the newer ones last year instead. And yeah, like the picture quality on these are pretty decent. Like you got your Cantonese and English dubbing, which I prefer Cantonese audio. The director's cut version of Police Story 2 is on here. The director's cut version of Police Story 2, I mean, it is good, but I prefer the Hong Kong edition. The version is over there in the Blu-rays. Well, not Blu-ray section, but it's over there with the other movies. But the Blu-ray edition has two cuts. It has the cut that's in this set here, and it has the cut that was released when it was in Hong Kong originally, which that version I prefer more than this one. This director's cut was only released in Japan, and like it just like watching it, like I can see why it was cut, but at the same time, like it's cool like to see like some extra footage, but honestly I much prefer the shorter version. But it's not bad though. It's not horrible or anything. I just prefer the original Hong Kong version. But yeah, so there's these two classic movies. If you like Jackie Chan, then definitely check them out. And also wanted to take a shout out to prayers for everybody over in China, Hong Kong, you name it, for the coronavirus. I wanted to say that that I'm praying for everybody over there and everything like that. And yeah, so if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. This is Police Story 3. Over here, it's just called Super Cop. This is Super Cop over in Hong Kong. It's Police Story 3 Super Cop. Jackie Chan. Continuation of the Police Story franchise. And yeah, it's really good. It's directed by Stanley Tong. Stars Jackie Chan, Maggie Chung, Bill Tung, and Michelle Yeoh. Great cast. Great everything. And yeah, this is really good. Like in this movie has English dubbing only. There's not Chinese audio, but yeah, this is the American version. This is the trimmed version, basically. The original Hong Kong version is a lot longer, but this is the American trim cut, and this was released here in America, but of course it was dubbed over and everything. But Jackie did his own voice during. He did his own voice and then the English dub, which I really like. It's like a little less annoying if it's Jackie's voice in the English dub. I just find it irritating if it's not his voice in the English dub. Like, if it's like this, then I much prefer the English dub if it's his voice in the dub. But yeah, great movie. This one is actually out of print, very hard to find. There's also a Dragon Dynasty edition. It's a 2-disc Ultimate Edition. Um, and I think it's like Ultimate Edition or something like that, It has a totally different cover art too, but that one's also very rare. That one has the English dub version that's on here and the original Chinese dub, and I think that one might be the Hong Kong edition. Not 100% sure, but I think that version is a lot different compared to this one, so I think that one has the Hong Kong cut. But anyway, yeah, phenomenal fight scenes. Like, it has some of like the best moments that Jackie's ever done, and everything like that. And if you haven't seen it, then please go see it. Very good one. And then we have the sequel to Fritz the Cat, The 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat. This is 1974. It's voiced by the same actor. Can't remember the guy's name, but his name is Skip. It doesn't say on here. But it's the same guy that voiced Fritz the Cat. But it's sort of like the first one, but not as nasty as the first one. I mean, yeah, it is nasty, but not as nasty as the first one. And you don't really have that much features on here. You just get the trailer for the movie, and that's pretty much it. This is also very rare to find too, but it's a good sequel. Um, Very good animation and stuff like that. And if you like the first one, then this is definitely worth your time watching. Then we get to Dragon Dynasty of a Jackie Chan movie, and this is Dragon Dynasty's edition of Crime Story. Jackie Chan's one of his old movies. This is from 1993, and yeah, this is an amazing edition. I also have it with the double pack with the Protector that's released from Shell Factory, but I don't really care for that version because that version only has the poor English dub. This one has the original Chinese audio and the English dub, which I much prefer the Chinese audio, to tell you the truth. But this one has a whole lot of special features on here. It's put out by Fortune Star, the Weinstein Company, Genius Products, LLC, and all this stuff. And this is very rare to get now. And, but yeah, this is a great movie, very serious too. It's one of his most serious roles that he's ever done. It's also based on a true story, which is even more interesting. And yeah, it's one of the ones that not many people talk about. I know that a lot of people like this one, but a lot of people don't seem to talk about it as much. But yeah, directed by Kirk Wong and stars Jackie Chan. Kent Chang is also in this, and yeah, it's just amazing. Like, you got some cool special features. You got deleted scenes and commentary and stuff like that with the director Kirk Wong and Hong Kong cinema expert Bay Logan, which is a big guy over in Hong Kong. And yeah, it's just really, really good. Definitely check that out. Then we got Dead Alive, aka Brain Dead. Not much to say about this movie except it's a classic horror comedy, very gory and a lot of fun. Directed by Peter Jackson, and yeah, he just did a phenomenal job with this one. And then this is the original Sleepaway Camp. This edition is out of print, and this edition is put out by Legacy Entertainment Incorporated, and yeah, it looks like it was taken from VHS. Like, the picture quality is pretty junky, but they also pretty much they actually pretty recently re-released this on DVD and Blu-ray, so hopefully that edition looks better. But I got this for dirt cheap at like a bookstore that went out of business a couple years back. But yeah, it's a good fun little cheesy early '80s horror movie. Very similar to Friday the 13th. Like the acting, it's pretty low budget. Like none of the actors are really that famous, I don't think. But but it's a good little horror comedy slasher flick. If you like cheesy early '80s stuff, then this one is definitely worth checking out. And then double feature that's out of print now too. Battle Creek Brawl and City Hunter, put out by Shout Factory once again. And two great movies. Battle Creek Brawl is the first American film that Jackie did, and he's not even a big fan of it. And like when it came out in the U.S., like it didn't do well at the box office, which I don't understand the hate about it so much. The same director, Robert Klaus, did Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon, his first and only American film, and that was a good one too. Um, and City Hunter, which is directed by Wong Jing, that one is also not a movie that Jackie's a fan of. But it's a good movie. It's very good. It's with Richard Norton, Gary Daniels, and stuff like that. And it's really fun. It's a very goofy, over the top kind of movie, not something that you think Jackie Chan would be in, but it's based off a comic book over in Japan. But yeah, it's really good. I also have it on single edition, which I will show you in a quick second, and I'll be right back, so stay tuned. Alright guys, sorry about that. This is the single disc edition for City Hunter. This is the Fortune Star 20th Century Fox edition. Digitally remastered and everything like that, so it's pretty cool. And the single disc edition for Battle Creek Brawl is also very rare, and it's also put out by the same company that put out this. And yeah, it's a pretty cool edition. And I like the movie too. It's very underrated in my opinion. And yeah, so like if you like Jackie Chan or like like martial arts comedy type things, then type movies for that matter, then this is definitely worth looking into. And I believe this one is out of print too, I believe. And then we got The Howling, Part 5 and 6, Halloween 5, excuse me, not Halloween, Howling 5, The Rebirth, and Halloween, The Howling, excuse me, not Halloween. I keep saying Halloween for some reason, sorry about that. Howling 6, The Freaks, can't remember that much about him, but this one is actually really rare. There's also another edition of this with a different cover, and that one's also out of print too. So if you find this, you're pretty lucky. My grandparents bought this for me years and years ago at a bookstore that also carries movies. I'm not sure if they still sell movies anymore, but I haven't been there in years. But this is put out by TMG, which stands for Timeless Media Group, and yeah, it's pretty good. They have two of them on one disc, and the disc art is the same as the cover art, which is cool. And I like the Howling movies. These are the only Howling movies that I actually have. I don't have any of the others, but Howling 7, New Moon Rising, like that movie's god awful. Stay away from that. That's not released on DVD officially, which we're not really missing much because it sucks, but it's cool to have these on DVD. I'm probably gonna have to rewatch them again because I can't remember that much about them, but I remember liking them somewhat. This is a Jackie Chan collection that goes for a lot now. A film set. It's a 2-disc edition. Yeah, you have one disc that has 4 movies on it, and then there's the first disc, this one, and the second one. And this one has a couple movies on each disc, like you have to turn it over. It's a double-sided disc. But the movies that are on it are Dragon Lord, Super Cop, The Accidental Spy, Twin Dragons, The Armor of God, Operation Condor, Project A Part 2, and stuff like that. So it's pretty good stuff on there. Project A2, Dragon Lord. All those have very terrible dubs, but all of the rest of the movies like have like perfect dubs because it's actually Jackie's voice. But all the other ones are not Jackie's voice, and it irritates the hell out of me. But for the most part, good picture quality put out by Miramax, which is also owned by the Weinstein Company, and Echo Bridge Home Entertainment also put this out. They put out some good stuff, so recommend it if you come across it for real cheap. I got this for $5, so you can't beat that. But yeah, if you find it, I suggest you get it. And let's see, what else is there? Jackie Chan's Who Am I? Very great movie. It's one of my favorite Jackie Chan movies of all time, and it's very rare. I went through hell trying to pick this up on eBay. I tried to get it from like a couple of different sellers, but then I got this because when I first got it, it came damaged, and the guy sent me a free copy. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, it's really really good. And if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. And next up, this is a Blu-ray that's out of print. Winners and Sinners is a Sammo Hung film, and it's Jackie Chan has a little bit of appearance in it, but he's not one of the main characters. He's more of a side character as a cop. But yeah, like it's pretty much like about like a group of criminals, and it's really goofy and funny and stuff like that. But lots of good action sequences. This is from 1983, and this is put out by Fortune Star. And yeah, if you have a like a Region A Blu-ray player or like a Region Free Blu-ray player, then you can play this on there, and it's really good. And the picture quality looks pretty good, I'd say. Very good, lot of fun. And then another Sammo Hung film is My Lucky Stars, which stars Sammo Hung, Yun Biao, and Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan's on the cover, but it's more of a Sammo Hung film. But Jackie Chan is in it, but he's more of a side character as a cop once again. It's also produced by Leonard Ho, and executive producer Raymond Chow. And it's a really great movie. Sammo Hung does a great job directing. A lot of people compare him to Jackie Chan, saying that Sammo's